We're in the Trail Appliances kitchen, which is celebrating with us today National Cookie Day. Lindsay James, corporate chef at Trail Appliances, is here to share a decadent recipe for brown butter chocolate chip cookies. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So is this a bit of a different play on chocolate chip cookies?
Yeah, so this is actually a very close friend of mine. It's her recipe, and I've taken it, and I am very fortunate to be making it now every day at Trail Appliances. But it's a brown butter chocolate chip cookie, and then you finish it off with a little bit of Maldon salt here.
Okay.
Yeah, so Maldon salt is just like a really coarse, flaky salt. I was just mentioning that it kind of looks like really tiny little pyramids.
Very cool.
But it adds a really nice crunch to the cookie and a little bit of a savoriness.
Okay, and then the brown butter part of the cookie, how does that work?
So basically, you usually have butter in a cookie recipe. What you're doing with this is you're actually browning the butter. You're taking the milk solids and caramelizing them, and then letting it cool, and then adding it back in to the cookie recipe once it's cooled down. So,
okay, so should we get started, or what have you done so far?
Yeah, so in here I've got the butter, the brown butter, creamed with 2 types of sugar, brown and white sugar. I've got some eggs and some vanilla, but let's go ahead and add our dry ingredients. In here I've got flour, salt, baking soda, and baking powder.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's pretty classic as far as a cookie recipe is concerned.
It's super classic. It's super easy, but the brown butter and the Maldon salt just really add that extra touch. So,
okay, sounds good.
So let's get going here. Just on a lower speed. We're going to add this in 3 additions.
Okay. So just bit by bit, and that just helps it mix a little bit better.
Yeah, you bet.
And so you do regular cooking at Trail Appliances at the South location?
I do regular cooking. I do regular baking. We always got to scrape down the sides of our bowl.
Don't
really
want to
quick here.
Yep.
But yeah, my job is quite unique. I do Saturday cooking classes. They haven't quite started up yet.
Okay.
But come the new year, those will be going.
Okay.
And then I do a lot of brunches and lunches for builders inside of Trail.
Very cool.
Yeah, along with that, I do pass-arounds.
Okay.
Kind of like the opposite of Costco. I come to you.
You bring the food to them.
Yeah, exactly, and just make the shopping experience that much more fun. So
very cool.
I'm going to go ahead and add this.
Okay, and while you're adding that, Toy Mountain, we're trying to build a mountain of toys. You guys are taking in donations, and yeah, what can people bring down?
Honestly, you can bring any toy you'd like.
Okay.
Or a money donation as well.
Okay.
All of it goes to the Boys and Girls Club. So.
And why do you think that's such an important thing to help out with around this time of year?
So I have a son, and I think it's just so important to be giving back and helping out when we can.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
especially at this time of the year.
Oh, for sure.
So Trail is taking donations for all of November and December.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys can come anytime.
Perfect.
And we'll be there. We'll be accepting those donations, and yeah.
Okay, so you've got the dry ingredients in.
Yeah, dry ingredients are in. We're gonna mix this just until the flour is incorporated.
Okay, and then we're gonna add in the chocolate chips.
We're gonna add this crazy amount of chocolate chips.
Nice.
So
that is a good amount. Perfect. Okay, this is gonna be an awesome cookie recipe.
Yeah.
While she's adding those in, we're gonna take a little bit of a break and come back with the finished cookies. We are back in the Trail Appliances kitchen celebrating National Cookie Day. Lindsay, how have the brown cookies been coming along so far?
So really good. I just took them out of the oven and plated them up. A little bit of flaky salt just on the top there.
Did you put that on after or just before?
Yeah,
you
put it on after.
Okay.
I find that it just works better. Sometimes it melts when you put it on before.
Okay.
But yeah, so what I've got here is the cookies just on the pan, and then I just flatten them just a little bit.
Okay.
And then you got to put them in the fridge for at least an hour.
Okay.
Or you can freeze them. And then
what does that do?
It just really firms up that butter. We wanna bake from a cold state so that we're not. They're already a really flat cookie. They're crispy on the outside and nice and soft and chewy on the inside.
Ooh, that sounds
nice. My personal favorite way to have a cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so solidifying that butter is really important. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So can I take one of the cookies?
Please.
Just grab up
yeah,
there.
go for it. So.
Oh, yeah, they're a lot softer than they look at first.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they're nice and chewy. So
I'm going to try that in a short bit. You did mention that you have cooking classes coming up.
yeah.
What type of classes are those?
So right now, so come January is when we're getting ready to go on those. But it'll be every Saturday from, I believe, 11 to 1:30.
Okay.
Just going over some really basic recipes that customers can take home and use. But the class is actually mostly about convection cooking.
Okay.
Yeah, and so a cool thing with Trail is that if you buy a convection product, whether that's a range or a stove, like wall oven, we give you a voucher for a complimentary class.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really like, it's a nice perk to have for sure, because a lot of the time you buy an appliance, you take it home, and you have that air fry setting, and you never
Yeah.
use it. Nobody ever like really wonders, oh, well,
Yeah, I'm guilty of that. I have the bake and then the bake convection. I don't know the difference.
yeah, there's a huge difference, and so that's kind of where I am
Okay.
stepping into that world, I guess, to make things more clear and really clarify any questions that anyone has.
Do you guys have any promotions coming up or up right now?
Yeah, so we're actually in the middle of Black Friday. So we have
nice.
our Black Friday sale going on all the way until December 10th.
Okay.
And honestly, we're seeing some of the best prices that we've seen all year.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So if you're in the market for a new appliance, now would be the time. And if people wanted your recipes, they can just go to Instagram. Is that where they can find them? Or?
A lot of the time, I just have people who are on the floor,
okay.
yeah, that come up to me, and I am happy to share recipes because that's a big part of cooking, right? So.
Yeah, you want to share the joy. And these cookies look amazing. They're nice and soft. I'm going to dive into one. I want to thank you so much for coming in this morning. Fantastic to leave all these cookies for us as well.
Yeah, nice
right?
treat. So.
Thank you so much. For more recipe ideas, follow Trail Appliances on Instagram at trail_ABSK.